2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Now a look at Memphis's starting group. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. Jackson is out there with Valentine. And it's Giddey in at the 3. And for the Rockets, the pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. White is out there with Green, and it's Miller in at the 3 slot. This should be a fun one, Greg. Two teams that are among the most athletic in the NBA.
And I don't know if it'll be a track meet, but it will be an up-tempo game. And that's the only way these teams know how to play.
Outside Jackson. Nifty move. And it goes down 2 points.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He is such a strong finisher in the paint.
Right, the pass to Miller. Over Giddey. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Pass to Morant. Over Wright. And it's Morant missing. Şengün against Giddey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So if you look at the Rockets' struggles, Clark, over the last few seasons, what stands out to you?
Well, I think it starts at the defensive end of the floor, Kevin. I mean, a team is not going to make noise in the NBA if they don't defend consistently. I'm sure improving on D is a focus this season. What I like about Şengün is how versatile he is. I mean, especially as a passer.
No good on the second free throw. Greg, for a franchise like Memphis, is there a specific way they have to build?
Through the draft. I mean, they aren't going to get the huge A-list free agents, so you have to hit on your picks. You also have to keep your guys happy. Sign them to smart extensions.
Right, finds Şengün. On the wing, Green. Houston moving it around. 6 to shoot. White dishes to Miller. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Morant. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. The offensive rebound. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Grizzlies ball.
Here's Bane.
Well, it's Green's effort that makes him effective as a defender in addition to his athleticism, but usually he just simply outworks folks.
This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
Count that bucket.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Morant surveying the D. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Smith. The kick out to Wright. Rocket 6. Tries from 7. Here's Smith.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Morant outside. And the pass to Giddey. Over Miller. And he can't bank that one in. And so Miller will bring it up for Houston. Now here's Wright. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Green, the pass to Şengün. And it's blocked. Miller against Giddey. A beautiful reverse layup.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And here in the early part of the season, Clark, just how important is it to have a team that's been together for a few years, knows what the other one's doing, the chemistry aspect?
You know, Kevin, I don't think you can ever overestimate the value of experience. It helps the season early on go smoother. You don't have to learn each other as much. It really gives you a chance to hit the ground running as a team.
A quick look at some of the numbers for Desmond Bane.
Give it up one more time for your Little Dippers.
For Houston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game up. Wright looking around. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson. The Rockets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so Wright nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Morant against Wright. Passes it to Bane. Morant outside. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And the body control of Morant, still able to guide that one home.
Here's Green. Still yet to score. Wright outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Morant. Here's Şengün. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Shots good by Green.
That time the defense all up in Green's business, but he can get physical just like they can.
Something I like about Jalen Green, that ability to go vertical and just adjust midair.
We call that great body control, partner, and you've seen guys over your time around the league where that's a special gift, and it really can make it hard for defenders. Green is excellent using that body and athleticism.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the duck if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Smith kicks to Şengün. Morant against Wright. Back to Şengün. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Şengün's got 7 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Valentine, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Wright, the pass to Smith. Now here's Green. To the paint. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Nice job by Smith, getting the ball inside and then putting pressure on the defense.
Clark, one benefit that Jabari Smith has had in his career is the wisdom from his dad. He has learned a lot.
No wisdom like a father's wisdom, particularly when a dad has traveled the road that his son is traveling. In the NBA, I'm sure his dad learned a ton in his experience that he has passed on to Jabari Smith Jr. in a way that's benefited the younger Smith.
And the first one at the line is good. Hey, Greg, gritty is a word that is often used to describe the Grizzlies teams.
And I think it applies to this unit as well. These guys are all tenacious and hungry. They play every game with a healthy chip on their shoulder. They love to compete.
Both free throws good from Smith.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
Yeah, and what a gut wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that one.
Typically there's one statistic that jumps out at you when you're looking at what decided the game. And in that one, it was all about the rebounding battle. You better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. You look at Wright, third in assists and a great leader.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
And here are the Grizzlies now. They trail by 3. Right against Morant. Pass to Bane. Launches a 3. And they'll get another chance.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
And here is Green. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. It's rebounded by Memphis. Down low, here's Morant. Banked in off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Ja Morant.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Right outside. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And let's check out the numbers for Miller. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Averaging about 32 points, just over 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. And you look at his gaudy steal numbers, defensively, he makes his presence felt on every possession.
And you know what I like about it is he gets great position and uses those quick, strong mitts of his to rip the ball out of there.
Jackson misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Miller throws it down hard.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Smith. Outside, Green. There's Miller with the 3. And a rebound by Jaren Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Valentine passes to Giddey. Back to Valentine. Over Wright. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And that one's good. Green.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
And here is Giddey. Following Jalen Green's 3. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Some changes for Memphis. ABC's checked in for Valentine. Jackson comes in for Josh Giddey. And it's Kennard in for Bain. Here's Jackson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Now here's Wright. He had 25 points last game. Smith, no luck. Kennard against Green. There's the lob to Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Right. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Morant against Wright. Morant kicks to Kennard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
5th in opponent field goal percentage. And they are in the top 10 in their ability to get on the glass. They have athletes willing to do the dirty work.
And that top 5 assist ranking you brought up, Greg, it shows the kind of chemistry this team has. They don't get caught up in individual play. They're all working together. Now here's Wright. He's got 6. Trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him. Misses in close.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Bounce pass from Wright. Here's Miller. Hits the outside fadeaway. Miller's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Morant against Wright. And that one's good. Morant.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Here's Wright. Following the basket by John Morant. And that one's good. Wright. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morant against Wright. Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Jackson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Jabari Smith picks one up.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
That free throw, no good. Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Thompson comes in for Jabari Smith. Brooks checked in for Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Wright. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Rockets now. Now VanVleet. 9 points last game out. The feed to Miller. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Miller's got 8 points.
And that's why you don't let him get position deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Houston on top, up 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. We hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Houston leading by 3. On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. We've got Santi Aldama, Desmond Bane out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Valentine, and it's Jackson in at the 3, the small forward. Now Jackson, following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Offensive rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Bane passes to Valentine. A stupendous finish in traffic. He's got 8. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Here's Valentine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And rebuilding teams, Clark, are going to ride their young prospects. But talk about the importance of having those sage veterans on that roster and their guidance.
Kevin, I don't think you can overstate it. It's critical. It's imperative. I mean, imparting that understanding of what it takes to be a professional and doing it with words and example is so valuable and so part of what veterans offer to young players and to good teams.
Van Vliet, it's tipped. And there's the pass to Jackson. Giddey with it from the arc. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Pass to Eason. Aldama with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Payne against Miller. Payne kicks to Giddey. Valentine passes to Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. It's Giddey with the drive. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Locked up there for Thompson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Adams. Jabari Smith comes in for Tari Eason. Jalen Green's checked in for Miller, and it's Wright in for Fred Van Vliet.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Timeout call for Rockets. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Well, Ja Morant might be right-handed, but he looks to drive left. When he was a kid, he broke his right arm flying off a trampoline. Now that arm is shorter, and actually, that right hand is smaller too. He says, that's why I dribble with my left hand. I'm able to control the ball better. In my head, I think I'm left-handed. Back to you.
Trade secrets, right, David? Hey, thanks for the report. Check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
You look at Valentine. He's among the top 10 in the voting in the Western Conference. The fans rewarding him for a tremendous season so far.
And I'm sure he's grateful for that. But, Kevin, I know what he really wants is a spot in that starting lineup.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Grizzlies?
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Free throw good, Bane. And Bane drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Shots good by Green.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
Right against Giddey. A kick out to Bane. Back to Giddey. And good that time. Giddey's got his third bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Green from deep three-point territory. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Giddey against Wright. On the wing, Bane. 37 points in the win against Dallas. Here's Giddey. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got his 4th rebound in this one. Smith right side. Back to Şengün. Thompson passes to Wright. Here's Green. The tray. Green missing again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And they also show up top 5 in terms of fewest turnovers per game. That's a great stat to be in the top tier in.
And you can't say enough about their transition offense. The pace at which they play the game, teams just can't keep up with them. Giddey against Wright. Right side, Green. Şengün trying to free himself up. And it's Green missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Aldama. Up top, Bane. On the wing, Giddey. He's covered by Thompson. And again, Memphis no good. Rockets trail by 3. Green with the ball. 11 points in the game. Here's Wright. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Wright's got 10 points in the game.
Good read from Green there. Getting better at sensing when his teammates are wide open and need the ball.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far. You look at Valentine. He does a great job inside, one of the top rebounders in the league.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Yeah, rebounding always transfers and translates to the next level. He's been a bull in the china shop, out working, out hustling guys, and he's really got terrific instincts to the basketball.
Here's Thompson. Takes it off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 1.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now here's Green, defended by Aldama. For Memphis, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Giddey. He has 6. Outside Jackson, and they get it. The Grizzlies with another miss. Houston leading by 3. Şengün finds Green. It's right on the wing. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
For Houston, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tari Eason's checked in for Smith. Miller comes in for Thompson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Jalen Green. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant left side, and it's blocked.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Şengün getting it done.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Houston Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Here's Şengün. VanVleet outside. Back to Şengün. And the shot goes in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Morant for 3. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Rockets leading by 5. Pass to Şengün. The kick out to Wright. Shoots over Morant. And Houston again with the bucket.
Selfless with the rock. Şengün won't hesitate to make a pass out to a ready shooter.
Morant against Wright. Now here's Morant. He's got 8. No coverage that time.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensive.
Here's Wright. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Morant passes to Valentine. Back to Morant. He kicks it to Jackson. Oh, drew the foul and almost Wells hit the three-point bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And the second free throw, good. And he makes all three. Houston leading by 3. Right outside. Left side, Miller. Shoots over Wells. Miller, no up. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Wells kicks to Morant. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And that was all Morant. Aware of the defense, figuring out how to get to his spot.
Now here's Van Vliet. Still scoreless. The pass to Eason. Morant against Wright. 5 on the clock. Miller, no up. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Here's Morant. He's got 10. Bane inside the three-point line. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Now, here is Miller. Not a lot of room. And the rejection by Jackson. To the middle. Here's Morant. With the second effort, that puts them in the lead. Morant's got 4 this quarter.
And there's that quickness of Morant, getting to the ball first and then getting it to fall.
Van Vliet finds Şengün. Right outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Miller throws it down hard. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Morant. He's got 12. There's Jackson with the 3. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From 12 feet out. Şengün, no good. Memphis trailing here. To the inside. And the jam by Valentine.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
And here is Van Vliet. Nothing on the board. Right against Morant. Right, the pass to Şengün. Another shot. Valentine grabs the board. Valentine's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. Valentine's got 19 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Right. That's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second. And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Morant outside. And a wide open look for Bane. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 3rd assist on the night. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Grizzlies as they end the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. In the first period, their biggest lead was a slim 3 points. After a slow start, they turned up in the second quarter, going into the half with a 4-point lead. Kenny, what was your take on Memphis?
They came out as the more physical team tonight. You could tell they put an emphasis on winning the battle of the boards. All of these bodies crashing and glassing and giving them physical and a middle edge.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
It's pretty simple. They took care of the ball. They made smart passes and limited turnovers. I'm sure they talked about it coming into tonight. We'll see if they can keep it tight in the second half.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Fantastic game from Little General in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. White is out there with Jalen Green. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. It's the 5 for Houston right now.
When it's Green making plays for others, that's a really good sign for this squad.
Memphis leading. Got a piece of it. Now Giddey. And Miller with the block. Feeds it to Green. Şengün trying to free himself up.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Now the Grizzlies' backcourt is in the conversation for the best starting backcourt in the league. Desmond Bane says Ja is obviously the focus, and that's why I feel like we're a good combo. If they want to sell out on him and pack in the paint, then that leaves me open on the perimeter to do my damage. Kevin, back to you.
And he does a lot of damage. David, thanks. A great tandem indeed. Right in, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Fast break, here we go. And the wide open shot from Green. No good with the triple. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. Giddey with it. He has 6. Dishes to Valentine. Jackson passes to Bane. 4 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And Giddey gets it to go. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been amazing.
He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
White against Morant. And another turnover here by Memphis. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Rockets.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Now here's Wright. 23 points in the game.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. You gotta like what Little General has done in this game.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been. Check out the numbers for Valentine. Averaging 21 points per game, 10 assists and 11 rebounds. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
Now here's Morant. 12 points for him. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 11 points.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Passes it to Şengün. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. 11 points in the game.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Now, here's Bane. He has 7. Here's Valentine. And another shot. And the layup is up and in. Valentine's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge in a close game like this. You look for every edge you can find.
Personal foul. First team
Rockets have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
For Houston, right.
First free throw is good. And so Wright nails both of them. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Up top, Giddey, covered by Miller. Here's Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kicks it to Wright. Here's the floater. The shot's good. And now it's 27 points for Little General.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Houston.
They bullied the defense here in the paint.
Take a break.
Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved, unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
And the Rockets making a change here. Thompson's checked in. ABC's checked in for Memphis. Wells comes in for Bane. Both free throws good from Morant. Rockets leading by 4. White outside. Miller inside. Guarded by Jackson. Miller, no up.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
And finished off by Morant.
We all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Green against Giddey. It's right on the wing. He's got 27. Over Morant, and that one's good. Wright's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Just as quick as anyone in this league, Morant can seemingly get to the hole at will.
Pass to Şengün. Miller up on top. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Miller's got 17.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Pass to Jackson. Now here's Giddey. He's got 11. Wells' shot is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Morant against Wright. Thompson outside. Here's Wright. He's got 29 points. Kept alive. Miller, no up.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Out left to the wing. Wells passes to Jackson. It's good. This game is all even. He's got 14.
And don't forget his dad played in the NBA as well. So Jackson probably grew up getting bumped all the time trying to score in the backyard.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
From about 19 feet, and Miller with the basket on the assist by Wright. Miller's got 9 points here in the second half. Morant against Wright. Morant kicks to Jackson. Back to Morant. Driving the lane, deflects the pass, and stolen by Şengün. Here's Green, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Green's activity on offense is something I really appreciate. Because of that, I think he makes the defense typically commit fouls.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Green.
And he makes the first.
Hey, it's hard not to gush about Green. I mean, he's one of the more exciting talents to enter this league in quite some time.
And both free throws good for Green.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Well, good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Houston Rockets. The lead is 2. Takes it inside, and he comes up with the deuce. Wright's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch him.
There's the pass to Wells. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Miller. And here is Şengün. 11 points in the game. Unable to get that one. Passes to Wells. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Yep, that one goes in there. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Timeout called the Rockets.
To Houston. Let's give a warm, big welcome to your Rock City, Texas.
So for the Rockets, Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Miller, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Jalen Green. Kennard, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Wright, the pass to Adams. VanVleet outside. 5 to shoot. Stolen. Here's Kennard. Rejected by VanVleet.
And perfect positioning from VanVleet, wanting to block shots whenever he can. Great instincts.
Rockets on defense. A 2-point game. Kennard, the pass to ABC. Morant against Wright. Clock at 6. And it's Morant missing. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Eason's shot is good.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
The shot's good from Kennard.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Wright. He has 31. Eason down low. Jackson on him. Shot by Eason, no good. And for the Grizzlies, their shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Here's Morant. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Houston in the lead. Eason with it. He's picked up by Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Jackson. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for John Morant. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter of the game. Right, the pass to Eason. Another miss by Houston.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
For the tie, rejected by Van Vliet. Adams trying to free himself up, and they'll keep possession. And that one's good. Right.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. Got it. Good job in the low post. Giddey's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Taking people to school with moves like that.
Giddey against Wright. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 4.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Wells. A 3-ball. And Thompson sends it back. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Wright missing. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Now Giddey. 13 points in the game. Kennard with the ball. Back to Giddey. Over Wright. Can't connect. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
88.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the 4 for Memphis. Valentine out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Morant. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the small forward. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Houston with it. Rockets leading by 4. The feed to Brooks. And there's the silver dunk to finish it off.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Kennard against Brooks. The shot's good from Kennard.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Oh, here's Van Vliet. Sinks the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Jackson misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Van Vliet on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to Valentine. Shoots over Adams. Adams, some nice D.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Thompson surveying the floor. Offensive rebound, and it's Adams on the follow.
You have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Morant outside. Throws it up high. It's tipped. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Thompson against Kennard. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And the agility, the hops, Morant just explodes off the floor.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Brooks against Kennard. That one drops for him. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Morant with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. That one goes. Count it. Morant's got 22.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Now here's Van Vliet. Valentine grabs the board.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And all the turnovers, guys, are hurting his team. I mean, he's continuing to just give the ball away.
Van Vliet looking around. With the fadeaway. Oh, and the jam by Adams.
And nothing seems to faze Adams, even when you get physical with him.
Van Vliet against Morant. To the left side wing. Aldama. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Aldama's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Van Vliet up top. Guarded by Morant. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Van Vliet. Miller finds Van Vliet. Back to Miller. At the elbow, Van Vliet. Thompson outside. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots from the baseline, and Brooks gets it on the assist by Thompson. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Inside, outside, mid-range, Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he gets work for him.
Puts it up from 12, and it's Morant missing.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Van Vliet outside. Driving in. Here's Thompson. Here's Adams. It's blocked. And they get it back. Here's Miller. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Miller's got the lead up to 10 now for Houston.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Buries the long-range jumper.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Now here's Van Vliet. Brooks kicks to Miller. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Valentine. Out to Morant. Bucket is good. And now just a 5-point Houston lead.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Timeout call for Rockets.
Every timeout a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Little General.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Smith comes in for Thompson. Green, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Wright in for Fred VanVleet. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys. During that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Leading by 5. And Green slams it in.
Green just levitates to the rack. A 40-inch plus vertical will allow you to do that.
Morant against Wright. Unloads from 13. And Miller with the block. Pulls up on the wing. Pulls up. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
Beautiful setup. You see right there, Alperen Şengün. His game isn't all about power.
Right against Morant. Outside Jackson. Jackson finds Bane. Shot clock at 6. A baseline J, and Valentine gets it to go on the assist by Bane. Bane's got his 3rd assist on the night. Right against Morant. Lays it up off the glass. 37 points for Little General.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
Now, here's Şengün. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Right outside. Left side Miller. The baseline J. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Inside. Got it in the Houston League. They cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jackson.
There's just nothing more you can do. Sometimes Jackson is going to score no matter how good the coverage is.
Here's Şengün. Nails the baby hook. Memphis has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Morant outside. Left side Jackson. And the jam by Valentine.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound. And doesn't take any chances there with the putdown.
GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end. I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
And finished off by Morant.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
Now here's Green. Right outside. Now the pass to Şengün. It's deflected. Bane looking around. Outside Jackson. Morant passes to Jackson.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, he just jams it right over Şengün.
Jackson Jr.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, You can see how impressive that move was. And Miller throws it down hard.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Man, I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're behind by 3. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Memphis making a change here. Giddey's checked in. 1:53 left in the fourth. Here's Morant. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just superior focus from Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
He ties it up.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Houston. Over in the corner, Green drills the three-pointer. Green's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Up top, Morant. Guarded by Wright. And it's Morant missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now, here's Şengün.
A spot Şengün wants to work at. We'll see if he's got that clutch gene working for him.
First team foul. At the line for Houston, Alfred Şengün.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Here's Morant. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And going back to college, Morant's made a habit of rising to the occasion.
Right inside. Pretty by Morant. And that one's good. Green.
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
He lobs it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Wright. And so they foul intentionally.
Desmond Bain. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2. Right.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Morant bats for 2, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Morant's got 35. And now they decide to foul intentional.
Desmond Bain. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Rockets, Chandler Green.
The first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 7. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
.17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Great positioning on the putback.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
And an intentional foul right there.
Desmond Bain. Fourth personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line for Houston, Chandler Green.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. And here's Morant. Takes a three. Giddey kicks to Morant. A three-pointer off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
So Houston wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.